I thought I had it all under control. I believed my life was exactly as I wanted it. A successful career, a husband who loved me, and a little space to breathe in between. But then came that business trip, or at least that's what I thought it was. When I left for what I thought was a simple conference, I didn't know that I was already slipping into a lie. I told myself it was just a weekend away. I told myself it was just one more thing I had to do to keep everything on track, but inside I could feel the distance growing. There was a part of me that was dissatisfied, restless. Maybe it was work. Maybe it was the little things I was starting to notice in my marriage that I couldn't ignore anymore. The late nights, the feeling of being emotionally abandoned. And then I met someone. At first, it felt like a mistake, just a moment of distraction. But those moments kept happening. And before I knew it, what had started as an innocent fling turned into something deeper, something I told myself wasn't hurting anyone. I was still the wife, still the professional. I convinced myself this wasn't real. But it was. I was living a lie. I never thought it would catch up to me. I thought I could juggle it all, the job, the affair, the happy wife act when I came home. But I should have known. Life has a way of catching up to you, no matter how careful you think you're being. The day I came back, I thought I could face him like everything was normal, but I couldn't. There was something in his eyes when I saw him waiting for me at the hotel lobby. I had this sinking feeling like I was already caught in a net I had no escape from.
I had always trusted her. More than anything, I thought our marriage was built on a solid foundation. We had our ups and downs, sure, but nothing that couldn't be handled. She worked hard. I worked hard. But we made it work. We had routines, those small moments that made everything feel okay. But something changed. It started with her business trip. She said it was for a conference and that she'd be gone for a few days. At first, I didn't think much of it, but there was something in her voice that sounded off, something I couldn't quite place. The late nights, the texts, the way she started pulling away emotionally. I had a bad feeling, but I didn't want to believe it. Then Mike called me. He'd been noticing some things, a pattern, little things like her sudden trips, the way she kept looking at her phone when I was around. Something didn't add up. So I asked him to look into it to see if there was more going on than I could see. When he told me about the hotel where she was supposed to be staying, I knew it wasn't just a business trip anymore. I needed answers, and I wasn't going to sit back and let this continue. I made a plan, a dangerous plan. I had Mike get me the hotel records. I was going to confront her, but not with anger. I had to know the truth. The day she was supposed to return, I followed through. I wasn't sure what I would find when I got to that hotel, but as I walked through the lobby, I felt the weight of every moment I'd spent trusting her. When I knocked on that door and she opened it, I saw it. Her face was pale, her eyes wide with fear. The moment I looked into her eyes, I knew. I didn't have to hear the words. I knew. And when she spoke, when she admitted it, I felt like the ground had fallen out from under me. It wasn't just a one-time mistake. She had been living a double life. The woman I thought I knew had been hiding something from me for months, maybe longer. She told me she was lonely, that I hadn't been there for her. That's what she said. But the truth was, I hadn't been the one betraying her. She had been betraying me, herself, and the life we built together. She had built an entire world where I didn't exist and I didn't even know it. As she stood there trying to explain herself, I didn't know what to say. All I could feel was the suffocating weight of everything falling apart. And for the first time, I didn't want to fight anymore. I didn't want to yell. I just wanted to understand how the woman I had loved could do this, how she could live this lie. But there was no answer that would make it okay. Then, something snapped inside me. I don't know if it was the realization that everything we had was a lie or the complete betrayal of trust. But I knew then. I couldn't walk away just yet, not without a taste of my own justice. I told her I was leaving for good, but that wasn't the truth. No, I had other plans. I let her think it was over, that I was leaving for good, but what I did next was something she could never have expected. I turned the tables. While she packed, I made sure her little affair wasn't going to stay a secret. I sent a message to her lover, telling him everything. I made sure his wife would know the truth the same way I had to know. I wanted her to feel that same cold, hollow emptiness that had gripped me. The shock on her face when she realized what I'd done, it was priceless. She begged me to stop to undo the damage, but it was too late. She had crossed a line, and now she would know what it felt like to lose everything. It wasn't just about vengeance. It was about her feeling the weight of the betrayal she had put me through. That night, as I walked away for good, the satisfaction wasn't in what I had done. It was knowing that finally she felt the sting of betrayal. She had been playing a dangerous game, and I had made sure that the consequences would follow her.